show up. And that's the only way I can lose. And believe me, I will be there.
This is Daryl, Too Sweet Coley, 38-2, 28 knockouts, former #1 welterweight in the world, on the Neutral Corner with Jerry Sosa.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
You won't do shit.
Good evening and welcome to the Neutral Corner. As usual, the other host. He's not my co-host. He's just as important as I am to the show. He is the host, Daryl Too Sweet Coley, and I got to let people know because I got it wrong the last time I introduced him. This is Daryl Too Sweet Coley, 38 wins, 28 knockouts, NABF, IBC, Mid-Atlantic, former ranked #1 in the earth. I say the earth, ranked #1 on the earth. Hall of Fame boxer Daryl Too Sweet Coley.
Jerry, I pay attention to you clearly, Jerry. I am 30. You said I'm 38 with, you said I'm 38 wins with 20 knockouts. I lost twice. You didn't say that. I got 2 losses, Jerry. But I gotta tell them I got 2 losses, Jerry, because they're gonna think I'm undefeated. I got 2 losses.
All right, so let me do this. This is Daryl Too Sweet Coley, 38 wins, 2 losses, 28 knockouts, NABF champion, IBC champion, Mid-Atlantic champ, Hall of Fame, ranked #1 in the world, Daryl Too Sweet Coley.
2-time NABF champ, just to let you know. Oh, man. I just got to let you know, Jerry. Jerry have 4 belts, Jerry. Jerry have 4 belts, Jerry. And I'm proud of it.
I got to put that down, 2-time.
Yeah, 2-time.
Daryl, we got a young man tonight, local fighter. He got a late start in the game. We're going to talk to him about how he got going in boxing. We're going to talk about his boxing career. I know he's got a fight coming up, and we'll play a little bit of his workout videos, some of his fights. We've got some pictures we're going to post. And what he does after work, I followed him a lot because of his boxing, because I know him from around the area. But when I started to get the young man, getting to know the young man and talking with him and found out what he does when he's not boxing, really, really resonated with me, really touched me, because there's so many people that have been touched by some of the things we're going to talk about with this young man. So let's not wait any longer. Let's bring on Justin. Justin, are you there? Come on in.
Good. How you doing, guys? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody?
Fine, man.
How you doing?
Man, I feel great. I'm great right now. I'm blessed. I'm alive. I'm in my house. Beyond anything, I'm blessed to be inside my house. With my son. Talking to you guys, for me, it's something really, really a privilege. So I'm blessed, man. I'm healthy. I'm getting ready for this fight that's coming up soon on the 28th of this month, and beyond anything, focus. Focus on being a dad and focus on being the best man I could be.
Yes, you're an amateur or pro?
I'm a pro. I'm a pro fighter. Actually, my record right now is 1. I've lost twice. You know what I mean? And great fights. I believe in my amateur career, I got 89 fights. Fights. Out of them 89 fights, I've lost 12. I'm a 2-time Golden Glove champion of New England. And boxing's been good to me. Boxing's been great to me. I don't even know how to start the story. How would be the story of boxing? I mean, but boxing been really great to me.
Hold on, Jerry. Listen. 0-2 isn't that good of a record. 1-2 isn't that good of a record. 38-2, you can put 30. It's what you put in front of that 2. That 2 don't mean nothing. It's what you put in front of that 2. It's up to you. You can put 40 in front of that 2. You're 40-2. You can put 50 in front of that 2. Don't worry about the 2. Let's worry about the wins. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I find nothing but the best. I started I'm 40 years old, man. So I need to be in the ring with these young guys and to be able to mix it up and compete. because I just don't want to get in the. I'm not nobody's punching bag, you know what I mean. So I just want to compete. So to be able to be in the ring and compete and know that I'm still there, like I'm there. Like don't get it wrong, So I fought in great fights. I want to say great fights, great fights. I can't really say, win, lose. I go in there to give everything. I got great trainers. I got a great corner. I got a great gym that believes in me. And that means a lot. Especially at my age, having people to back me up because you always hear this, bro. You should be home. You're too old. Why are you doing this? Why are you making a diet? You shouldn't even be making a diet. What's wrong with you? People don't understand that when my coworkers be like, "Hey, let's go out eat and let's go to eat." Everybody knows Fall River has some delicious restaurants everywhere, and I'm over there. Hey, I need to eat a salad, and they get so mad at me, but they don't know the dedication that as my weight, the professionalism of getting on that scale and saying I gotta be this weight. So it's really sometimes you find yourself fighting your opponent, time, and everybody else, and it's a mindset. I find myself a lot doing that a lot because of my age.
Justin, just let's start from the beginning. 89 amateur boxing matches. So I want to know your story. So it seems like you didn't go right. You didn't turn pro right away. So tell me your story. How you got into boxing? How old were you when you started boxing at a young age? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Tell
no problem.
Story.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back real quick to Puerto Rico. So boxing started in Puerto Rico. God bless his soul. A good friend of mine. We started a freshman in school, in high school together. And I see this young kid walking with a black guy, and I got so mad because I was in a high school that was really, really tough. So when he comes up to with his black eye, and I just got up immediately, and I'm like, "Yo, what happened? Like, who did this to you? And let's go this." And he started laughing. He said, "Calm down, like calm down." He said, "I was in a boxing match last night," and I was like, my face turned like boxing, like you weigh like 89 pounds, like boxing. And he sat there and he was like, "Yeah, Justin," and I made the fight of the night. And he described his fight, and he described the crowd, the yelling, he described, I got goosebumps right now. He described a whole scenario that I was like, wow, like everybody was doing that for you, like you made the fight of the night. And he showed me the picture of his trophy, and I was like, that's amazing. Like, yo, we gotta, like, where's this gym? I'm like, where's this gym? Problem over the gym was really in a bad area where my grandparents would never let me go. So for 2 months I hid. For 2 months I hid going to the boxing gym until my first fight. And I was scared because I had a curfew at 9 o'clock at night. And grandma didn't play. So it was 11:30 at night. And when it was time to go to the house, my coach said, "I'll talk to your grandmother." And I was like, "You better, because ain't nothing that I could say. I ain't winning. We ain't winning. We ain't winning this fight, coach." And when my coach sat there and was like, "Listen, Isabel, your nephew," and he showed the trophy, because I had my trophy. I won my fight. And my grandfather and my grandmother looked at me and was like, "This is where you've been going every day with a little book bag and coming back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been going to boxing, and coach says I'm good." And then there we go. Really great. Every weekend when you in Puerto Rico, every weekend you fight. So every Saturday that's why you rank up so many fights, because you're fighting every weekend consistently. I went to jail at a young age. My career stopped. Went to jail, started chilling with the bad crowd, and did a really long time in jail. I come out of jail and I come to New Bedford, where my family's from, and I meet Ray Oliveira, great person.
What year was it you came to New Bedford? You remember?
2004. 2004. Wow. I come to New Bedford. I meet great coaches, Ray Oliveira. I meet Ray C. Yes. Salute to Ray. And I started I started working with them. Did like 6 amateur fights. Became a dad. and a single dad. I'm a single parent, so I had to drop my career for a little bit. Starting to learn how to be a single dad, how to cook, how to do this, how to do that. And
Yeah.
2011, I joined. I want to do my comeback, and I told Ray I want to join the Golden Gloves. And one of my biggest things I could say on this show was I told him I was gonna win the Golden Gloves, and I won, and I repeated. But then I had a car accident that really damaged my face. So
Wow.
boxing had to stop career. Say half of my face, a lot of people don't know plastic surgery. So that's why I look so good. The doctors did a really great job.
Hey,
You
hey,
know what I mean? Salute to the doctors.
Can you get Jerry in? Can you get Jerry an appointment?
Yeah, yeah,
Jerry is funny.
let me
Oh,
know.
come on, man.
So the doctors did a great job in my face, and families like, no, we're not doing this. We're not boxing. No, we're not doing this. We're not boxing. And I met up with Coach Johnson, where I coach, I work out of. You know what I mean? And Coach Velos Gym in Cranston, Rhode Island. And it was a dream. I had to do it. Like I wasn't. I just wanted to do my dream. I didn't want nobody to tell me what it was to be a pro boxer and be in the ring no more. Like I went for it. I went for it, and now that's where we are talking about it right now. I'm living my dream.
That's an amazing story to go through so much adversity and come out on the other side with a positive attitude, a positive mindset, and being a single dad and learning how to cook, and you went through some trials and tribulations, and here you are talking about it, car accident, doing time in jail, and now you're boxing. So it's look, you kind of had where you had to stop boxing, you had things going on where you had to stop, but here you are now. So, what gym? I know you had affiliation with was it Striking Beauties? I think it's not Striking Beauties. It's Punishment Striking Systems with Aaron
I
Bernardo, which is a great gym in Fall River, Swansea. I'm sorry, Lovers Boxing. So, tell me about what you're doing to set up for this fight on January 28th.
I gotta say this. I'm from the Cranston gym from JBT and Veloz Boxing. But I'm very blessed and very, very happy that all those other gyms that you mentioned, every time I walk in there, they treat me like a superstar, and it's the great gym. So yeah, salute to everybody. I don't have enough time to that. So we're preparing. We're preparing to fight. We're preparing. There is nothing different, Jay. There's nothing else that we ain't doing different. We are training hard. We got the best sparring. I got when it comes to sparring, it's amazing. It's amazing the sparring that I get with so numerous of guys. So and we're working. We're working. If I could, I'll lie to you to say we're doing something different. We're working.
I mean,
Nice. Go ahead, Daryl.
have you ever met Fitness Trinidad? I mean, yeah, Fitness Trinidad.
At the age of 14 years old, I shook that man's hand. When I shook his hand and I realized how his knuckle was so big. It's amazing. Yeah, I did meet Tito Trinidad. I get to meet Miguel Cotto before he was even a pro boxer.
I love Miguel Cotto. I love Cotto, man. Miguel Cotto is straight hot fighter. Come at you, Daryl. Go ahead. He met Tito Trinidad.
Yeah, no, I was saying I was number one in the world when Tito was champion, man. I was number one in the world. When he beat Oscar De La Hoya, I was mandatory for the WBC. But yeah, I was mandatory for the WBC.
Wow. That would have been something.
What happened with that fight, Daryl? It never went through.
Me and Fitness Trinidad with Trinidad.
Yeah.
Well, they offered me 1.3 million to fight Trinidad, but Oscar offered me 2.3 million to fight him instead of fighting Trinidad, which I know that was going to be for the belt. But I took the extra million because if I beat Oscar, that's big. He's the biggest name in boxing. So I took that. I took the extra million in De La Hoya over the Fitness Trinidad and the WBC. I thought that was a better move.
Okay. Because
Go ahead,
what people, what a lot of people don't understand is, when you're amateur, it's really fun. This is a really fun. This sport is something amazing. and I could see that, because me being a pro right now, you got to look at the way as this is a business now. You know what I mean? Like, you're a business. You know what I mean? You're a business. You know what I mean? And you can't let nobody put a worth on what you're worth.
That's
You
right.
know, and I've learned that, and I've learned that, and I've learned that in this being in this being a pro boxer. I've learned that if you're not attentive and paying attention of your business, people will much advantage of what's something that you love, So I get it. I get it when it came to taking decisions in fights.
Yeah, yeah. And well, when Daryl was fighting, I don't like where boxing going right now. I'm really, I watched Devontae Davis fight, but these guys are not fighting as much as Daryl did, fighting the top-notch fighters in the world. They didn't care about the zero. They didn't do that. So tell me a little bit about the fight coming up January 28th.
So right now I had an opponent. And that's why, I mean, we're just training. We're just training for. Well, I'm training. We were training for a left guy. He was a lefty. He was a lefty. We were training for a left guy, but the next thing you know, he pulled out the fight. So right now I don't have an opponent. We don't, Team Morales don't have an opponent. So that's what we're saying. We're training for whoever gets in that ring. At the end of the day, if he's lefty, he's righty. If he's tall, he's small. Once again, in my gym, we have people like Raheem Davis. We got Marcus Bates. We have so many boxers, different calibers and different sizes and different strategies that I'm blessed to be able to tell you and real confident that whoever gets set on that stage with me that day is going to get a great fight. There is going to be no excuses as we wasn't ready.
What weight are you?
So right now, you know what I mean? We, like I said, we make 130, we make 135. Right now, these last two fights that this last fight that I did, it was 140. It felt good. It felt different. I felt that my body got to rehydrate better. You know what I mean? So I wanted to stay in this 140 because I walk around 159, 160. And fighting at 135, that's 30 pounds. You know what I mean? And like I said, Father Time is not on my side.
Yeah. So Daryl, when he's training, he was just talking about he's training for a southpaw or a southie. There's no wrong fight there. Wrong fight there.
That's my boy right there. Big shout out to Boo Andre too. Great friend. I'm sorry, real quick. Great friend. I mean, great mentor. Just having him around in the gym when he comes in. I mean, I've never seen a champion so humble. So you can put him anytime.
I'd love to have him on his show, man. I got to reach out to him. I know he's very busy. No one wants to fight him. Very, very smart. Very high IQ in boxing,
yes.
very tricky, and I think that's why he's having a hard time finding an opponent. But I like that he moved up in weight. So your walk-around weight is 159, 160, right? So you're fighting. You said you felt good at 140 because you hydrated up. Did you feel stronger? Did you feel more confident? You're not dehydrating and killing yourself to make weight. If you feel comfortable at 140, why not stay there?
So that's the main thing right there. We're trying to stay at 140. I feel that it takes me like 2 or 3 months to get to 135, and overnight eating and overnight trying to rehydrate, I don't get that much where I want to be. So, coming down from 154, 155 to 140, at least I'm getting in the ring at least 147. You get what I'm saying? So at least I know that I'm halfway hydrated then. Because I wasn't feeling like I was hydrating, because I'm making 135, but that don't mean I'm getting in the ring 145, 146. I'm probably getting in the ring at 139. That's not really good hydration, which I think, me personally. So this last time I got in the ring 148, 149, the pop was good, the strength was good, the stamina was good, I just fought a really hard Mexican that came forward. I didn't like the
I cut you off. I think by listening to your weight, you know, your weight, I guess the graph on your weight, I think you'll be better at 147.
Wow. Yeah. I
I
was
think
thinking.
I
I
think
was
you'll be better
thinking
at
the same
147.
thing.
You'll be better at 147. You have your full strength. See, this is what people don't understand. If I'm fighting at 147 and I'm at 175, if I get on the scale of 175, the guy get on the scale of 175, it's an even fight. It's not he's at 175, I'm at 140. The guy that you're fighting weigh the same amount of weight that you do. So why do you sit there and suffer because you want to fight at a lower weight? The guy that you're fighting is the same exact weight. You're gonna, even if you go to 180, 175, the guy the same, you don't have the advantage. So fight was safer for you don't have to kill yourself to make weight when the guy that you're gonna fight is gonna be the same exact weight you are anyway. So what's the difference?
Yeah,
Justin, wait a minute before you answer that. You're talking to a world champion, two-time NABF, 38 wins, 2 losses, 28 knockouts, Hall of Fame boxer, fought Oscar De La Hoya and a lot of greats. So he's giving you some great advice. I was just going to say the same thing. 147.
No, hold on, Jerry.
You're hearing from one of the greats, man. You're hearing from a legend.
Jerry. If he get in there at 140, the guy coming at 140 is an even match. If he get in there at 175, the guy get in there at 175, it's an even match. You're not at 140, he's not at 175. Why are you killing yourself to make weight when your opponent is going to be the same exact weight you are?
I definitely can tell you why. Because normally when I jump down to 135, 132, I'm way taller. My reach is, you know what I mean. I'm 5'7.5". You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I find myself not in a disadvantage, but I find myself in a good advantage of a lot. I'm really long armed. You know what I mean? I got really good range. So I've noticed that me dropping down and I feel
not to cut you off, but your disadvantage is you losing that unnecessary weight. You're giving them the advantage because you have you at your solid weight, that's your advantage. There's no disadvantage when you're fighting somebody at that weight because you made the weight easy. But your disadvantage is dehydrated. You're not the same fighter. You're not as strong as you would be if you was at 147.
That makes sense. I couldn't even disagree with you. I couldn't agree with you.
That's why he's Daryl Too Sweet Coley.
Yeah, he's too sweet. He got that sweet talk too. He got that.
Right. But he's been there. So that's the thing, right, Justin? He's been there. And Daryl, how much did you weigh when you were fighting Oscar De La Hoya?
I was small, man. I was because Oscar never made the weight. I'm not making no excuses. He never made the weight.
I know we know.
So I came in at 146. When I was so stressed out that it was one day before the fight we weighed in. They cheated me on the scale. This guy was big. They caught him at 47 when he wasn't. And I got back on the scale the night before the fight, man. I was 145. I lost a pound. I didn't eat. I was extremely weak. No excuses. No excuses. The guy, Dillon is a great fighter, man. Even if I was myself, I'm not saying I would have beat him if I was. I'm just letting you know that disadvantage was I was stressed out because they cheated me on the scales. The biggest fight of my life. All I wanted was a fair shot. They won't give me a fair shot, man.
Yeah, and because we like the last show we had Daryl Too Sweet Coley's trainer on, Leonard, and he was talking about the same thing. Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to get back on a scale. He says, if I got to get back on a scale, it's over. The fight's not going to happen. So he didn't get back on a scale. So Justin, I just sent a couple of videos to my producer via Messenger. He's going to put one up. So what gym are you training at right now?
I train out of Cranston, my same gym, you know what I mean? Veloz Boxing and GMBT, Coach Johnson, that's the gym that I fight out of, I train out of, It's like everything, guys always getting ready for these Golden Gloves, so they're calling people, could you come in, so, we take pictures together, so that's how I involve myself working with the youngins around. as getting ready for the Golden Glove. So that's how you see
Here we
me
go
going.
right here. This is Justin. This is one of your training videos, correct?
Yes, this is actually sparring Batello.
Which
Batello's
one are you?
I'm in
Yellow
I'm in the
gloves.
Yes, that's me. So that's me. This young kid he was going for the Marcianos. Really great, 132. And we're just working. We're just going through drills, and I just wanted to keep him moving because I wanted to teach him that at that weight, staying active is the main. That's what everybody expected. So as you can see, I'm just trying to move around to see if I could get him to throw a volume of punches. Big shout out to that gym too. Great people. Gary Boletto and the Boletto family as well.
That's the cleanest gym I've ever seen
I
in
was
my life.
just gonna say that, man. That gym is beautiful, man.
Hey, man.
That gym is it got some awesome toys in it. Hey, he has a Batman suit there, a whole Batman suit that it's amazing. It looks straight from the movies, but
Wow.
also they give you that work. So if you go there, expect to get that work because, like I said, that's my boy Aiden right there. Really great. I believe he won the Marcianos as well. You should see him at
Yeah,
the
Is
Golden Glove.
is that the gentleman in the wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
oh
sir.
my God, he was on the show.
Yes, sir. He
what's
was
his
on
name?
Contenders.
Yes. Oh my
Gary.
gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Great guy, man.
That's his son's gym.
They've been boxing for 12 minutes and never went through a body shot yet.
See?
Hey man, no, you had yeah. I pay attention to things, man. I pay attention. Never one y'all went to the body yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
now, yeah. Me looking at that sparring session right there. Like I said, it was more. I remember that day because it was more about him trying to get me. At the end of that session, I did hit him with a body shot, and it really affected a lot. So we were really just. I was like I said, I was just trying to get a lot of volume from him, and I wanted to show him what pressure is when somebody's constantly moving on you.
There's no volume, and he's not.
And the thing Daryl will tell you, Daryl's method is how long before you throw a jab or something when you're standing in front of someone, Daryl?
You should never go past 3 seconds without doing something. You should never go past 3 seconds without doing something. You got to do something.
Yes.
So we got some. I don't know if Blaze. We got a PR is watching. Is that Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Puerto Rico in the house, baby.
Already.
Welcome. Look at this. We got some some of it's in Spanish, but we are here, brother. Nice to hear about your process. We love you. We got some guests right here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, I can see him, man. Mad shout out. I'm gonna say in Spanish. Gracias a toda mi gente en Puerto Rico. Los quiero, a mi hermano.
Just what
Thank
he
you.
said.
Yes, right.
Welcome, Puerto Rico, man. So yeah, Justin. I mean, I got another. I think I got one of your fights. There's just another comment coming out. Wow, we got a lot of viewers checking out Justin, and this is great. So January 28th, you don't have an opponent, but are you still scheduled to fight someone? Are you hoping somebody steps in and steps up?
At this point, we just ready. We ready. We just waiting for waiting for somebody to step up. And that's it. We keep on running. We keep on training. Been really busy with work, but still find myself in the mix of being in the training camp, even though when I'm not fighting, I stay in the training camp.
Tell me about how you juggle that. Tell me about what's life like when you're. I know what you do for a living, and I want to get into that in a little bit because I think that's amazing. What you do is amazing. How are you juggling? How are you working and then getting out and going to the gym? Here we go with something right here. Are you in the yellow again?
Yeah, that's me in the yellow. That's actually my last opponent. Big shout out to Brandon. That's my last opponent. As you can see, I'm on shopper. I'm on the move. I'm on the tank. There goes your body shot, sweet. I got you. You see that? Just want to point it out there.
I love it.
You want to point it out there. But like he said earlier, my coach actually fights a lot with me. I have a bad habit of not constantly throwing my jab. So it's true what he says. You can't even be out there in less than 3 seconds without doing something, you know. And
another body shot, Daryl.
So we are, as you can see, I like to switch. I like to switch because you never know if you ever find yourself, if your style of boxing is not working, you know what I mean? Well, you don't want to panic and just be, you don't want, like I said, I never want to be nobody's punching bag. So I'm always looking for strategies and looking. So I know that switching left and right on him is something that he's so uncomfortable with. So, you know, I work my strength with that, you know.
Let me say this. If you fight, if I fight orthodox better than I fight southpaw, I'm gonna stay at my best at all times. If I fight this way better than I fight this way, I would never turn this way because I'm at my disadvantage. And I don't understand. You have to. I always believe being at your best at all times mean everything.
Yeah, but what he was
one
saying
way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Jerry?
Yeah, I understand. He does too, but I know what he's getting at.
You know, you know, one thing with all respect, when I like everything evolves in life. I feel like everything evolves, and I believe that, you know, that conventional style. If you're righty, you stay righty. If you're lefty, you stay lefty. And this now and ever in boxing, you know what I mean? That's kind of fading out. You know what I mean? Which it could be a good thing and a bad thing for whatever fighter, for whoever it works for. You know, I know people. My opponent right there, he don't switch. He stays righty. He never goes lefty. You know, because he don't have the ability, or he don't think he has the ability. You know, so I believe, you know, that nowadays in this era, if you cannot go both sides, it's a disadvantage in this time and era.
Let me say this. I was fighting Kip Diggs. Kip Diggs did exactly what you do. That's how you fight. I was so frustrated trying to figure out because my two trainers was telling me to fight a southpaw 2 different ways. I was so frustrated. I wanted to quit boxing. I was the champion. Listen to what I listen. I wanted to quit. I said, man, they telling me 2 different ways to fight. I got 4 or 5 different sparring partners. No, Daryl, I want you to do this. Well, he just told me to do that. I was so frustrated, man. I wanted to quit, man. But you know, it works. Whatever works for you, that's what you do.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Whatever works.
So, you know, sparring sessions are late night. So that's like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. You know, and then back to routine and back to the real.
I like that. Stop. I like that. He threw that jab, slipped the punch, came with an uppercut. I like that right there. You know, I like your style. I like to see you right here pop the jab, and then you just did it again. Pop that jab. See, pop that jab. Even if it don't land, shoot it out there, right? So like a feint.
How long you
I like them.
Plan on fighting? How long you plan on fighting? How many more years?
Man, between my family, every time I sign a contract to fight, I gotta hear it. You know, between myself, I got like 2 more fights in me. I got this fight right here, and after this fight, I'm calling out some names. I'm gonna call out some names.
What are we waiting for? Let's call out the names right now. Come on, baby.
No.
You gotta give us something.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm gonna call out some names. I'm gonna call you. Trust me, when I do, you'll be the first one to know.
All right. All right. I
wanna. You know, I don't, like I said. I'm not that person.
You 135, 140.
Right now, we just jumped on the scale because I had a little bit of, you know what I mean. So I jumped on the scale right now. We 144 right now, so we're good. We're coasting.
Don't call out Tank Davis.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. At least if I fight him, I won't say I can't see.
If you fight Tank, I'm with you.
all right,
I'm rocking with you. You fight Tank, I'm rocking with you. Tank, my man.
I'm staying
riding with
until
nobody.
I'm staying until the end. You know what I mean? I ain't going to my corner telling him I can't see. But here we go again. You know what I mean? Here we go. We can sit here. We can sit here and look for 1,000 ways to critique this man, but none of us was in that ring when he got caught with that pop. You know,
right.
Did he have the will? Did he have the will to continue? We don't know. Could he really couldn't see? I mean, we wasn't there. So it's once again, what could we do? What could we say?
Yeah. No, I got you. Anybody that steps in here, anybody that steps in this ring, really deserves all the respect in the world. I don't care what your record is. I don't care if you're new. I don't care if you're old. You get in that boxing ring, man. You got my respect.
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50.
You know more than anybody, man. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The sacrifices, the making weight, the missing out on birthday parties, graduations, and going to do things with your family because you have to get ready for a fight.
You know what, Jeremy? I've told you this before. Do you know what? Do you know what motivated me? Do you know? This is what I said to myself, and I've said this for every fight I've ever had, even in the amateurs. If I'm not in shape, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. If I'm in shape, I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. There was nothing in between that, and I trained to make sure that I was in shape.
And Daryl, it's funny because when we had two-time heavyweight champion of the world Riddick Bowe on, wow. his motto was when he and I know when we had him on, you remember he asked me what his motto was, and I didn't know. He says, "Keep my name out your mouth, keeps my foot out your ass." Exactly. Daryl's motto is, if I'm in shape, I'm kicking somebody's ass.
Yeah, that's right. It's either or. If I'm not in shape, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, so Justin, we're hoping you get an opponent. I know you're helping out a lot of people in the boxing gyms. I know you went to did you go to see Aaron's gym at Punishment Striking Systems?
Yes, man. I went to Aaron.
I love Aaron. Aaron's a great
man. Great man.
Around here, man.
Great man. Big shout out to them over there. They got good things going on over there.
Yeah,
he was like, "Hey, just I got some sparring." I was like, "Yeah, let's get it done." You know what I mean? I go over there. I get some sparring right there. That gym, that video is at Stay Ready. Big shout out to Stay Ready Fall River Gym.
That's Chris's place, right?
Yes. And then I go to Love's Boxing Gym too. I go to Love's Boxing Gym over there. So I go to different gyms and we work together, because at the end of the day, this is a community. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you got Coach Mike, is it over there at Love's Gym? Love's
Yes,
Boxing?
Yes, man. Mike Bryan over
we had him
there.
on the show. He's been on our show.
Really?
Yeah, he's been on the show.
I've had him inside the ring for a couple of rounds. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy. Aaron Bonato from Punishment Striking Systems. Great guy. Puts on a lot of great shows. Got a lot of great programs.
Yes.
Got to get him on. Got to get him on to talk about.
I think you should.
And I always give him a shout out. I love Aaron. I've known Aaron for a long time. So check out some of the old shows. Share them. You can go on FFN Radio Network Facebook page and see all our shows on there. Aaron's a great guy. Aaron's a phenomenal guy. He's got a lot of great programs, working with some school kids, and he's an amazing guy, young, talented trainer in the area. Love's Boxing's got some great trainers over there. Their programs are amazing. So it's good that you, with the experience you have, are going to these other gyms and helping out. So what this is doing is leading me up to the question. You say you have 2 good fights in you, right? And I noticed you're making your way around the area and you're helping out a lot of young fighters. When you're done boxing, does the trainer, do you start thinking like a trainer? Is that something you might want to do?
So I got this theory about, this is just me. I know that, no offense of anybody that's watching this right here. I think I'm the best pad coach around.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got some pad work. I think I got some. I really enjoy giving pads more than what I enjoy fighting right now. I'm not gonna. I love
Well,
pads.
maybe you can help somebody. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, look, do you know? Let me explain something about the pads. Do you know Floyd May? If you pay attention to Floyd Mayweather hit the pads, he never stopped punching. This his uncle and his father doesn't even tell him what to throw. They just rap it because they've rehearsed it so many times, and they just do what they do when they do the miss. Now, when Floyd fights, he barely throws a punch. He barely. If you watch Floyd on the miss, go watch on YouTube. He punch, he do all that, and just keep punching the whole time he's on the miss. When he fight, he barely throw a punch.
That's true.
I'm gonna tell you this. I like the mitts, but one thing I don't like about the mitts is this Peter patter. Pop, 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 pop. I don't like that. I like hit the mitts like you're gonna be fighting. And I don't like this. When people hold the mitts, it's over here. I don't like that.
Wow.
Hold the mitts right here. This is where you want those mitts right here. Pop, 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 pop. This is where you want the mitts, not here. Ain't nobody had that thing. You want the mitts right here. This is where I like it. And I don't like pop, 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 pop. Let him extend. Let him throw that punch. Let him feel the weight shifting. Pop, pop, pop. Let him feel that. I don't like this. Pop, 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 pop. But if they feel it's right for their fighter and right for them, then that's okay. But I'm just not a fan of it. So I would love to see, I would love to see you have a fight on January 28th. Samantha says, amazing live. Really good job, guys. Thank you, Samantha, for watching and being a supporter of Justin's. And I hope you continue to watch the Neutral Corner. We have all local. Daryl, we do world champions, ex-fighters, legends, local guys.
We bring Evander Holyfield on next. We're gonna bring Evander Holyfield.
Yeah. I talked. Thanks to Daryl Coley, I got a phone call the other day, and a while, not too long ago, I had a phone call from Evander Holyfield, and I was like, whoa. And Daryl set that up. Yeah, it was great to talk. Evander Holyfield is my favorite heavyweight champion in my generation. I don't care about Lennox Lewis. I don't care about Mike Tyson. I don't care about none of those guys. Evander Holyfield was I thought, the legit heavyweight champion of the world. He's come up against some adversity, and look at the mitts.
No, look at me. He never stopped punching. Look, he never stopped punching. When he fight, he barely throw a punch. Look at him. He never stopped. He throw punches constantly on the mitts. When he fight,
is that more for a cardio workout though?
I don't know what it's for, but it's for it. Look, it's for look back when we look. Roger he's not saying nothing. He just throwing it. It's a routine. Roger not saying nothing. He's not saying do this, do that. He's not doing that. He's just doing it because that's what they do every single day. It's commercialized.
And believe it or not, it's only a three punch or a 4-punch combination, but it looks so much because it's so rapid. Consistent.
Yeah.
See, Justin's already thinking like a trainer. Thinking like a trainer. So Justin, look, before we get too much out of time here, while I have you on, talk to me a little bit about what you do when you're not boxing.
So when Justin Morales does not have his mouthpiece and his headgear on, I walk around the city of Fall River with a group of people, and I'm gonna say a group of people because it's just not me. You know what I mean? I'll be so ungrateful to say that I work with a group of people that are amazing. So I walk around. I work for I work for Star. I'm a recovery coach for the city of Fall River. I receive all the 911 calls for people that overdose in the city. So I provide them. I try to provide them with a detox if it's needed. If it's detox, if it's transportation, if it's housing, if it's whatever at that moment, whatever that person needs, I'm there. So my job is very, very intense. I spend numerous hours in tent cities, numerous hours inside woods, I collect a lot of needles on the ground, and I'm out there. I'm out there with a group of people trying to save lives. You know what I mean? I'm in the courthouses section 35. We do section 35, section 12s as well. And targeting the people that need, man, because there's a need out there. You know, this I say this. I'm against a pandemic of drugs and homelessness. You know what I mean? It's the best way I could say it. You know what I mean? I find myself in a battle and on a constantly every day. So that is a sorry, a lot of people wouldn't understand that, but that is a normal day in my life, you know, dealing with, you know, trying to help, not dealing, because I don't like to say dealing, helping, you know, the people that need the help.
So I that is such. I love that because and you're not even from Fall River, right? You just moved.
Nah,
I
I'm
love
not.
you.
I'm
And
not.
you've got so much passion. I'm a Fall River original, born and raised, baby. But you got so much passion for people. Do you find when you're dealing with these 911 calls and these drug overdoses, do you feel it's more of a mental illness problem that we have,
Yeah, it
more
is.
than
It is, you know, when people think a lot, you know, the stigma of people thinking like, oh, he wakes up every morning and he just wants to get high. No, it's an illness, you know, like when you think about it, you know, it's an illness. You know, people can't when you can't control something, it becomes something that, you know, it takes over you, and it's an illness. You know, people just don't wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I just want to go do this, you know. A number of things done happen through their life, situations that happen, or they can't just get over a situation, or they're just trying to numb a situation, conducts you. I tell you this. How about this? I tell everybody that I serve, I'm one check away from being homeless. If I don't
wow?
wake up every day to go to work, and I don't go up every day to do what I have to do, I'm homeless.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
ain't no better than nobody else. It just
yeah.
takes one bad decision. It takes one bad decision to end up in a bad situation.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely 100% right. So when you go to one of these 911 calls and you kind of feel it's or the team you're with, as you call it, a team that goes out and Star does an amazing job here, Daryl, in the great city of Fall River, Massachusetts. The love they have. I've dealt with the homeless on numerous occasions, tent cities and stuff like that. When you find yourself at a 911 call and someone's drug overdose, and you realize it may be due to mental illness, do you try to get them in some type of mental health place and placing them out?
So that's the main goal right there. Provide services at the moment. You know what I mean? Right now, Star right now and the city and the police station are working together. We have this group, it's called the FAST team, that we work under the CARA grant, that we have a clinician, two recovery coaches, and an officer that provides us safety and also is working with the community that allows us to have so when we go on a scene, we have a clinician, and we have somebody that's licensed, that's willing to deal, that's know what they're talking about, you know what I mean, and knows where to direct that person, you know what I mean. And then we have the two recovery coaches that, you know, work on that type of, like, you know, recovery, you know, detox, you know, where we need to go. Like just today, I was in Boston, you know what I mean. So whatever it takes, whatever it needs. If you need a tent and you need a blanket, trust and believe. You know, I know a couple of people that we call them unicorns, and because they just walk around the city with some magic. You know what I
I know,
mean?
I know a woman, and I know two women that do the same thing. But let me ask you this, Justin: if I could, we have a show on the Neutral Corner called Unboxed Thoughts, and that's what they talk about: mental illness, and they talk about addiction, and they talk about things like that. Is that something where you would come on would you be willing to come on the show on FFN radio and maybe just give information of where if someone's dealing with mental health in the city of Fall River, where they could go to get help?
I'll be selfish as I say no. I'll be so
Wow.
selfish. I'll be so selfish because here I am talking about what I do. And mind you, we're just a group of people. You know, all the people that we don't get to help. You know what I'm saying? So if any way I could get on a platform and say, hey, listen, there's a group of people out there looking for you and trying to help you, and you need to find them, you can do that. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not?
I think Daryl. I think my producer says he loves you. He just sent me. He said, He says he just loves you. He just loves your passion, your energy, your aura.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think what he does, Daryl, and I don't know in your area, Daryl, you guys are going to be dealing with the same thing: mental illness, drug addiction.
Most
I know.
definitely.
Because I wanted to ask you about somebody you were with today.
Oh wow. Yes, I never. You know, I have a guy now.
Tell him his story, his background, Daryl.
Well, he's an ex 2-time welterweight champion named
Oh,
Maurice Blocker, and
wow. I know who we're talking about.
right, and what it is it's mental. He's not on drugs. He don't drink alcohol, anything like that. He just want to live his life the way he want to live his life. And I think I'm not sure. I just think he's running from responsibilities. He was a 2-time world champion, big family care about him.
What's his name? Daryl? Maurice Blocker.
Maurice Blocker,
Yeah.
Maurice Blocker, yeah. And I was with him today, and you know, it's like he's one of my best friends, man. He's one of my best friends, and I don't know if he's willing to accept help, because being honest, when I look at him from afar, it looks like he's mentally messed up. But when I get around him, he's normal. He's normal. We laugh, we joke, we talk, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's like it just I don't know if it's him or me, because when we together, I'm like, maybe I'm turning to him because he's normal. He's 100% normal to me. My girl said he's 100% normal, and he's been like this for years, and he's comfortable with it.
Is he homeless?
He's homeless, but he got a lot of money.
So
Wow.
see, so yeah, see, you know, I find them scenarios, you know, I find them scenarios. Yeah. So this is I go like perfect scenario real quick. I go to a homeless encampment, and when I go to a homeless encampment, sometimes I just go there for my lunch. I got some lunch, I got some Subway, and we're gonna chop up this sandwich and we're gonna talk. And I know a person that's homeless that speaks 9 languages. 9,
Right.
not 1, 9. Okay, all right, 9.
Hey,
And
let me rephrase that. I don't want nobody trying to rob him. He's my best friend. He don't have a lot of money yet, but he have his own money. Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nah, no. But what I'm saying is,
panhandling, asking for money. I'm with him, and he's not a bum to me, but he dressed like one, and he gave a homeless guy $35, and I'm saying, this is crazy. I've never seen nothing like this.
yeah, you know.
You know?
I mean, I lost a pair of glass. I lost a $280 pair of dollar glasses in the woods, and this homeless lady waited till she saw me and brought them to me. And was like, you dropped this.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
there are a lot
Right?
of, Daryl, how do you spell Maurice Blocker? How do you spell his name?
You don't know.
I want to look up one of his fights on YouTube.
Yeah, he was a brawler. He was a problem.
His name is Maurice Blocker, the same way you spell any Maurice Blocker, Blocker.
All right, Blaze,
He's
you got that.
he's right there on video, guys.
Is this him?
Right here, right here.
That's him. That's him.
That's him right there.
How
All right,
you
thanks,
guys
Blaze.
not pay attention to the goddamn video?
All right, that's him right there.
Hey, Blaze.
There he is right there, Justin. That's him, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Blaze, don't get jumped, Blaze.
But Daryl takes time out of his day.
No. This man, listen, let me say this to you. Sugar Ray
What
Leonard.
I'm saying is mental illness, it doesn't discriminate.
Hold on, Jerry. Let me say this, Jerry. Sugar Ray Leonard was in D.C. His birthday is May the 16th. They called me on the 15th. Said, Daryl, we're going to dinner with Ray. Ray, won't you come? I said, I can't. I got Maurice Blocker with me. Daryl, bring Maurice. Can't bring Maurice like this. Well, Ray wants you to come. I can't come because Maurice Blocker birthday May 15th, Ray Leonard birthday May 16th. I stayed with Maurice that whole day. I was so because Ray's my idol, and I skipped the dinner with Ray Leonard to hang out with Maurice Blocker, man. I don't want to feel like
friend. That's a true friend right there, Justin. Right? To be able to stick with your friend and
yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't like saying clients. My people. I'm all like to some people. I'm all of the God. I'm all from. I'm the middle of. I talk to Justin, or I have a mental breakdown. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm more than Justin the boxer. I'm more than Justin the father. I'm to many people out there. I'm the last hope for them. You know what I mean? So it's not a job that I take lightly. You know, I wake up every day with the same passion that I wake up the next day. But once again, I gotta say that I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? Because there is so many people that want to bring the city of Fall River to a whole nother level and help. That it's really hard. You know what I mean? It's really hard.
I just want to say before we let you go, Justin. Number one, we are grateful to have someone like you in the city of Fall River doing what you do, and your team, and the people you surround yourself with, and those that are trying to help these mentally ill people, these drug addiction, and get them on that right path to be able to living a productive life and being a productive citizens in society. And I want to thank you so much for your service and all you do for these people here. And it's not just you, your team, as you stated, you don't want to forget everybody because it's not just you, it's your team. You're representing your country, your family, yourself, your city. And I just can't thank you enough for doing that. And I secondly, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your training to come on the show and talk about your boxing. I think your story is one that's amazing. From your car ride, the time in jail, to sneaking to the gym and coming to these local gyms in Fall River and helping out a lot of these younger kids. You're a blessing. You are a great person to have as a mentor for these young people. And all I can say is, please continue what you're doing. Fight the good fight and never give up. You fight in the ring and you're fighting for a lot of people outside the ring. And that just says a lot about you. It says a lot about you. Go ahead, Daryl.
I'm gonna hold you to your 2-fight promise, man. I'm gonna hold you to your 2-fight promise. If you want to fight 3, so tell me, fight the 2 fights, become a coach. You already say it's people. Let me say this to you: it's people that will blow up a whole country. Doesn't have a heart to get inside that ring and box, man. It's people that will blow up a whole city. They got the heart to do that, but won't get inside that ring. They won't get inside that ring, man. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I want to say, man, thank you very much. You know what I mean? It means a lot to me to be able to just even talk and just have, anybody to hear my story. Like, I thank you for the opportunity to express myself. Thank you both. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to be on the show. And like I said, where Team Morales is out there in the ring and out the ring, so God bless, man.
Hey, man, one of the viewers is saying heart of gold, angels on earth. Amen, man. Amen. Listen, I want you to give your trainer in your corner a shout out. I want to know who they are, man.
Man, big shout out to Pops, man. Pops, Coach Johnson, Brian Johnson, JBT, you know what I mean? Big, for believing in me and pushing me to do what I need to do. Big shout out to Coach Mike Velos Boxing for being tough, sturdy, and when I say no, he says yay, but always beyond anything, being kind and being great to me. And big shout out to the gym, to all those guys working and grinding that deal with me and support me on a daily basis. And once again, I want to give a big shout out to the group of Star, the whole building of Star. They're my #1 fans when it comes to boxing. And big shout out to the city of Fall River, to the police station, and to the fire department, and to you guys. All right, so I'm gonna end the night like that, and thank you very much.
We're going to be in touch. We're going to be in touch, Justin. Great interview, great show. You need anything, you know where to find me. You know, we're here to help you out anyway.
Yes, sir.
Justin, one question, Justin. One question.
Does it come with a check?
No. If you don't answer right, no. It might, because if you don't answer right, I might check that chin. Listen, it might. Justin, listen. Me versus Jerry, who wins right now?
Oh man! Hey, I heard Jerry got.
I didn't hear none of that.
I don't know, man.
I didn't hear none of that, Jerry. Justin, I ain't hear
Look
none
at
of
him!
that.
Look at him, man! Come on.
That
He's
lets
busy.
me know he can't beat me. That right there lets me know he can't beat me.
Daryl, I already told Justin before you go. I told him 12 rounds. What's he going to do with the 11?
Yeah.
Justin, have a great night. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much for being on a new
the rest of your night with your family, guys.
Right,
Absolutely. God bless, brother. We'll talk.
All right, man.
Great young man. Listen,
man, we are having some great. We're Blaze. You know, hey Blaze.
Oh, he's calling Blaze on. He wants the producer on.
We're Blaze at Blaze.
He's probably said. Listen, it's been great,
man.
Darren.
We having some great.
Hang on, Blaze is gonna come on. But I want to tell you, you're Daryl Too Sweet Cole. You could be doing so many other things. End of the show. We're gonna end the show. But before we end the show, I'm gonna go against my producer. I've been with Blaze for over 3-4 years. I can go against him every now and then. He'll yell at me, but I'm good with it. I do want to thank our viewers tonight. I want to thank Puerto Rico for being in the house. I want to thank all the comments for coming in. Justin was a great guest. We're going to have him on again. I want to thank you all for watching, viewing. Remember, you can catch us live on FFN Radio Network on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. On YouTube, give us a like, subscribe. And what's up, Blaze?
I'll say goodbye to all the folks out there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm the man behind the scenes. I am the man that oils the gears to keep this stuff going.
You're going to be in everybody's videos. Now, listen, it's a great show. It don't happen without Blaze Man in the background, and he's the man that makes it happen. I do want to say this, though, and I wanted to say this on my last show. Me and Daryl's been doing this for a while now, and he's very committed, and I know he does a lot of traveling. You know, Daryl, there's so many other things you could be doing, but you take your time out to come on a Neutral Corner and do this show with me. I'm honored to have you on. Absolutely honored that we became good friends, and we've been having some great shows, and you've been giving some great advice to a lot of these young fighters we have on, to these other guys. Man, thank you so much for coming on the show and being with us as we continue this journey together and hopefully bring on more and more guests and have just as much fun as we had tonight with Justin, a great young man.
Jerry, I want to say this. I wasn't gonna be like tell what's really going on. Blaze cash at me $2,000 so I can come on the show every Thursday.
Blaze, get back on here. Blaze, get back on here. You cash at me.
Let the cat out the bag, Blaze.
We got a contract, Jerry.
Oh, man. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, all the viewers. Please share the video. Like our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Share. This show is not successful without you, the viewers.
That's right.
Greg, thank you so much, Daryl. Hold tight. Thanks, everybody. I always leave with this one thing. Everything behind that jab, and you're going to be okay. Daryl, any words for the end of the night?
Everything behind Jerry's jab, we're all going to be okay.
All right. Good night, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Is there any way you can lose? Yeah, if I don't show up. And that's the only way I can lose. And believe me, I will be there.
This is Daryl Too Sweet Coley, 38-2, 28 knockouts, former #1 welterweight in the world, on the Neutral Corner with Jerry Sosa.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
You won't do shit.